And welcome to the Collegiate Rugby Championships. It's the 15s. It's the national semifinals. Virginia Tech goes head-to-head with Bowling Green, two ranked teams nationally. The winner takes on Kentucky in the national championship match next week in Houston, Texas. Pagoda in Reading, Pennsylvania. It's been a landmark on Mount Penn in this part of Pennsylvania for the last 100 years. It's Dave Ryan, Mike Petrie, former USA Eagle. We are ready for another semifinal matchup as the Hokies, the champs from 2021 and 2022, take on BG for the Mid-American Conference. Bowling Green won it all in 2018. Mike, looking forward to another great matchup today. We saw Kentucky dominant in match one earlier this afternoon in Reading, Pennsylvania against UMass.
Yes, we did. We saw Kentucky just take that win earlier, but it took them a bit to get going. They didn't really get their engine started until the second half. You mentioned it's a little chilly there in Pennsylvania. The first half was a little bit more leaning towards UMass in the beginning of the game, but Kentucky showed their class late in that second half, had a huge resurgence. It ended with that pick right at the end of the first half, and that was really the turning of the tides for that game. But another big semifinal here between Bowling Green and Virginia Tech. This should be another barn burner. This has been a great day of rugby so far, Dave.
Bowling Green 11-1, Mike, 6-0 in MAC play, 1-0 in the Nationals. We talked about them winning the national championship, the D1AA, back in 2018. They've won the MAC title 42 times, 43 straight finals appearances in the Mid-American Conference. They've just owned that. Looking forward to another championship, potentially to Tony Manzarello, who's been the head coach at BG in Ohio since 2009. Head-to-head with Virginia Tech, also national champ. Twice in 2021 and 2022 from the Mid-Atlantic Rugby Conference. And we are set for the second semifinal. Bowling Green in the brown kit here will begin the kickoff down pitch. And here we go, semi number two. The winner takes on powerful Kentucky, the two-time defending national champs, next week in Houston. Early tackle for Ben Young. Got the scrum cap in the number two. Temperatures in Reading today about 30 degrees. No snow in the forecast, but it is cold. Nice move from Beachy as he's up pitch. Gains about 10 meters. And a good cycle here for Virginia Tech on the first possession for the Hokies. Sometimes a good start can be so critical. Tony Manzarello talked about that. Dominance early in the quarterfinal match over Clemson. Bowling Green won that one 29-18. They said we let our foot off the gas and let Clemson back in. So we'll see if BG can get going early here and then keep the pressure on. It's never easy through an entire 80-minute match.
Speaking of pressure, Dave, right now Virginia Tech playing a lot of rugby out of their own end. They're up in the phases. They're keeping good possession, but they're playing a lot of rugby in their end of the field very early in this game, expending a lot of energy going side to side.
McDermott, Mike, gets walloped there near the halfway line. As the Hokies try to gain some ground with Wolfgang Wall. Had the ball briefly for Paxton, the scrum half. And across the midway line near the 10. First time they've gained positive territory. Yeah, the opening moments of the match here. Good tackle from Tracy, the vice captain. He had 3 tries in the quarterfinal win over Clemson. The 29-18 win. He was a big star. And he talked about how well the team played in every phase against the Tigers in the national quarterfinals. Repeating the feat, 3 tries in one match. That's tough, especially at this level against a really good Virginia Tech team.
It is, and Dave, I'll tell you what, speaking of tough, to hold the ball for this many phases, they must be approaching 20 phases at this point. This has been like 2 minutes straight of just phase after phase of Virginia Tech just moving the ball. The passes are good. They're on target. They're looking real sharp early in this game. And here comes their break. Not to be, though.
Paxton for Western. First time the referee gets involved in the match here. Going for an early scrum. Just underway. We'll get our lineups here, Mike, and see the starters for Virginia Tech. Up front, Kleiber, Herman, Russell. Raspani, Wall, Shim, Rosenberger, and Harding is the number 8. And the players in the back end as well. Mentioned Beachy's name already. BG starting lineup as well. Fitzpatrick Metzger. He's a scrum half. Number 9 will put it in for Bowling Green. And the first scrum of the match to the Falcons. Tracy, the big superstar we talked about in the quarterfinals. He's one of these team leaders. Metzger has it. And the offload. Anderson, 5'10 senior from Euclid, Ohio. Gains a little bit of territory. This is Capel. In the number 10 kit today. Metzger, that one right off the face of his teammate. Ramsey was charging up pitch. It nailed him. Too high. And too hot to handle. And it's on the turf.
Yeah, that was just speed of pass. It was accurate, just too much spice on that one, just right into his breadbasket. But like we said, just little too much on it. And right off, hopefully not square in the face, but right off some part of his body just went flying forward.
You know that feeling, Mike. You've done it before, man. I mean, it's 30 degrees, hits you in the face. That doesn't feel good, does it?
Listen, that definitely doesn't feel comfortable. It also doesn't feel comfortable the first time you probably touch the ball. It comes flying like a bullet right at your face. That's tough to handle. But, look, everybody's got those anxious nerves early in this game. It's a big game, a lot on the line. And you just gotta find your rhythm, find the groove, and they will. They'll just got to settle in.
All right, Hokies in the move. Gets the outside channel for the first time. Across the midfield line. Led by Beachy. Gains a little bit of ground toward the 10. See if they can put together some phases that they did in that first possession. You're right, Mike, that was a long one. A couple minutes. Didn't yield a lot. Did not get anywhere near the 22. Paxton. Works to the outside. McDermott a handle. Spill backwards, Chris Corrin. He's the 15, the fullback. A little bit of ground. See how Paxton operates from the scrum half spot. That ball's down on the turf for a moment and on the air, says our referee.
Fantastic tackle that time. That's just line speed from Bowling Green. We saw Virginia Tech just putting dents in the armor of the Bowling Green defense. And then that time just lined it up. Came out of his line. I believe that was one of the locks for for Bowling Green. Came up, made an excellent chop tackle, took the runner's legs out right from underneath of him, which allowed his teammate to get straight over top of the ball. So that's just textbook stuff. Great turnover from Bowling Green.
Capel cross pitch, kicks that to touch. Chase Vomack, referee here today in Reading, Pennsylvania. Winner of the national championship match next week, SaberCat Stadium in Houston, home of Major League Rugby's star franchise. Here's Tracy. Bowls forward, gets very physical and strong. Ben Young. He's a 6-foot junior, Medina, Ohio. Back to Tech. Paxton. Scrum half works free. Nice tackle from Anderson. Middle ground for the Hokies, Jack Herman, the number 2, the hooker. We've not seen a line-out attempt so far in the match from Virginia Tech. See how that set piece operates when they get their opportunities.
Dave,
so a lot of phases, Mike, in the match so far. Not a lot of ground game, though, right?
Yeah, I was just saying, you were talking about not seeing lineouts. We haven't seen any kicks yet. I mean, Virginia Tech has just been holding on to the ball, maybe hoping to draw a penalty from Bowling Green, but credit to Bowling Green. They've just answered the bell. Their discipline's been great. They're making fantastic chop tackles just like that one right there, double teaming, going in, making some great hits, and just not letting this Virginia Tech get any momentum in their offense so far.
Really well done. Point taken there for Gavin Locke with the number 12. Made a fantastic tackle. Over the way for BG. Appel has got it. And the offensive end, here come the Hokies. Move up pitch there, Rosenberger. Lots of room. Finally some real estate. Put foot on the gas and gain some ground inside the 22. First time in the red zone here for either side. That was a nice chase and sprint up pitch. Ryan Shim had a hand on it briefly. Now Tech looks a little more organized. First handle for Anderson. But he lost it. BG takes it back. Then finally a foot put to it. And sent down pitch to relieve some pressure for the first time by the Falcons.
That's the first kick we've seen 8.5 minutes into this game. But how about that commentator's curse that time, Dave, talking about Bowling Green doing a great defensive job. And then no sooner had I finished my sentence than Virginia Tech makes a big break down that far touchline. But they turned the ball over and now just gifted with this penalty from Bowling Green to advance upfield.
Number 10, fly half, is Cooper Anderson. We'll put that to touch, and a chance here for a line out. We haven't seen one of those yet. Here we go. First time the set piece line out for number 2, the hooker, and Jack Furman.
That's the middle.
So let's see how this operates. The line is so important to create that rolling ball, create some territory, and a chance to punch it in for a try.
Got a short line out here, Dave, so only a couple forwards in there. That means they got some big ball carriers in the midfield, so expect to see them try to put a dent straight in the middle of the field against this Bowling Green defense, and there they go.
You're right, exactly. On point there, Mike. Wolfgang Wall elevates, has a successful line out. Now they got things set up in the open pitch for Corinth. Over to the outside channels. Up pitch for Lockwood. With a scrum cap, very fleet of foot, quick, gains some ground there. Paxton lost the handle, that's trouble. And he gets smoked by Romsky, who comes in with a hard tackle. Right back to Tech, though. Beachy, a hand on. Grab by Anderson this time. Hokies in control with Paxton. Good offloads. McDermott. A few more meters. Inside the 22 now. The Hokies getting some ground, but a whistle stops play. He's got off the physical. It looks like a not rolling away call.
Hey, you were good. Number 6, not rolling.
Bowling Green just getting caught that time, stuck in that pile as Virginia Tech going to put some points on the board. This has been 10 minutes of just offensive rugby, really, from Virginia Tech. But you can see guys just catching their breath right now. This will be a big moment for them to just get a couple points on if they can hit this shot at goal, because they've spent a lot of energy here playing a lot of offensive rugby and just going through phase after phase after phase. So this will be a little bit of a boost in the wind in their sails to get some points on the board.
All right, partner, Chris Korn is on. So the 15, the fullback, will do the kicking duties, not Anderson, the 10 here, at least on this first 3-point attempts. And he's just got enough. Oh, man. The crossbar over for 3, so the PK is good. And we mean by about a meter. As he gets it past the football goalpost, the crossbar, and it's in for 3. Bottom line, it's good. It matters in the end.
Yeah, it doesn't have to look good, Dave. Just got to get over. That's all that matters. Just got to get through those upright. That's it.
Right, so the Hokies, the icebreaker in our first half. Well, you're right, possession time, if we got a stat on that, is almost all Virginia Tech, but just 3 points so far to show for it. So Bowling Green's got to feel pretty good about that. I mean, really being dominating the match to this point. But still just down by one penalty kick.
They really have. They played a lot of D. They're making a lot of hits. That'll be some wear and tear on their body very early on in this game. They've got to weather the storm, but they got to get the ball back in their hands. Virginia Tech's giving them no opportunity to touch the ball so far.
Right back in the hands of the Hokies. Beachy gains some ground, trying to spin out a tackle. Goes right into Phil Tracy, the vice captain. And they're not releasing call. So Beachy a chance here.
There is where that can be dangerous, because you have those goes, you're going through phases, you've got some confidence in you, and then all of a sudden you turn the ball over and your opposition is right parked, camped, whatever word you want to use, but they are right there inside your 22, and you give them a prime attacking opportunity without having really done much work. So Virginia Tech's played a lot of offense, we said, but now first turnover of the game for them that puts Bowling Green right in a prime attacking position here.
Okay, let's see how the lineout operates for BG.
That's a ball!
Zapila. Elevates, grabs that. Now the rolling ball off the lineup.
Yep.
Bowling Green gaining some territory. Gonna move up pitch. Fitzpatrick Metzger, the number 9, looking to grab that if it was loose. Quick tap and restart for Krabeel. And the referee stops him there in his tracks.
Five meters to the line.
And the referee gives the
Yeah, the
opportunity.
line over there. 5 is the tunnel.
There's the call. So 2 touch and now the line out. And let's see how Bowling
Come
Green
in.
can operate.
Yep.
There was that turnover,
Penalty
Dave, in the
kick
bottom
early.
right corner of your screen. You got to see the replay of what led to this situation. Just a
It's a
great
ball.
body position to get in there over top of the ball and draw the penalty, but not much showing for it so far. Great stuff there by Virginia Tech.
Ferocious tackling off the lineout. And Virginia Tech's defense stands tall. They get the advantage with a knock on. They'll have it back here. A turnover for Bowling Green deep in the red zone. What an opportunity for BG to get the first try of the match. Instead, it's Tech's defense that stands tall for the moment.
But here's Dave, where if you're Bowling Green, you need to keep the pressure on. You're devastated, disappointed, whatever. You didn't score. Next job. You've got to keep on, because right now Virginia Tech still backed up against their own goal line. That's a tough spot to be in. So keep the pressure on. Put that go forward. You see Bowling Green, there they go, putting the work on. There it is. That's how you respond to this, Dave.
What an answer, Mike. You read that perfectly. Bowling Green does, in fact, meet the moment. Yeah, scrub called. Went backwards to Paxton. They were trying to relieve pressure at the last second. Instead, the upper hand now for BG. And Appel will just boot that
5, boys. Here we go again.
to touch just a meter or so. And again, the line out deep inside Hokie territory. You're right. Could go one of 2 ways there, Mike. You get dejected and fall back on your back foot. But good for Bowling Green to realize they can take control again. Harris ready. Vapila. Initially had it, now the power.
Release!
Trying for the first try here.
It's all backwards.
Bowling Green gets a little bit closer. Krabeel has it. With power.
Right away! Let it go,
From
boy!
Medina, Ohio at 6'1". He tries to get strong and freight train over tacklers. Not easy to do.
No arms tackle.
Strong right wall of defense from Virginia Tech. Young, a couple of meters. To the backs now, Appel. Had it. Gets decked, great tackle. Hokies was spanning all over.
No advantage.
Then possession.
No.
And a battle and a whistle.
No arms tackle. Okay? Marcus here.
You heard it, no arms tackle. So BG keeps the upper hand.
Scrum called.
They take the scrum here. They showed some serious dominance the last time they were in this field position. Similar area was Virginia Tech's put in, and they just made them look like they were on roller skates. That's how they stayed here.
Yeah, no, you're doing a good job.
Down in this area of the field. So
Make sure you
really want to put a stamp on that part of their game. Those Bowling Green, their forward pack needs to get lower around the edges. The picks and goes that they were just doing so close to that try line, they kept getting stuffed by Virginia Tech because they were just too high. They have to get lower. We're in those areas of the field.
Sit!
Okay, scrum BG. Tracy in the back. Looking for their hat trick today in the national semifinals. Tracy leaned forward. He's the man. Just about a meter away. The last moment, it's loose. Closing in. First, try to duck that down. It is down. Tracy again continues his amazing run in the postseason. Phil Tracy gets it done in the national tournament. Coming off the hat trick, now the first match here in the semis with the opening try.
Yeah.
And this is just good heads-up play from Tracy at the back of the scrum. Look, it's a bit of a mess. It's twisted sideways. If you're a number 8, you go with the flow in that situation, and that's exactly what he does. He sees that it's wheeled a bit to the left, gets a good ball placement. Now watch this, gets right back to his feet. This is just great work rate from the number 8. Made a great read there, stays nice and low, and then just clambers over that, inches over that line to get the first try of the game for his team. Really good individual effort that time from Philip Tracy to recognize that opportunity and then stay in the game, get back to his feet, and plow through over for that score.
Well, brand new match. Mike, you call it so well. After the trouble with the lineout where they could have just folded, given up a lot of territory, Bowling Green stuck right ribbit. Got the ball back almost immediately, and eventually cashing in. Appel tries the very deep conversion. Flags are up. What a kick! It's 3 for 2 with a tough angle and depth.
Yep, you're good.
And 7 points on the board.
Yeah, I know. 3 times gone over. I think you should play the lottery with that odds.
First kick from Corn,
Ball
the penalty
please.
kick from
Ball
Virginia
please.
Tech. Got the crossbar and
please.
that went over. That barely was good.
Yep. Oh, never mind. My
Big
fault.
kick to make it
I'm blind.
7-3.
I'm sorry.
Kicking game can be critical today, Mike. I mean, it's cold and windy here in Pennsylvania.
Kicking game is huge, and not just kicking out of hand, but goal kicking as well. So each kicker has had a shot. They both hit. That one was clutch from near that sideline. So a big kick that time for Bowling Green that gets them that much-needed conversion. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of kicking from either team so far. But if we do, they've got to be accurate. You've got to make sure that you play in the right areas of the field throughout the course of this game.
Paxton to Herman. 4-0-1 with the Hokies in the Mid-Atlantic Rugby Conference, the MARC, one MARC, a MARC team, and a MAC team. Head-to-head here in the national semifinals. Anderson to 10 for the Hokies. There's a little bit of ground for Virginia Tech. I think only one kick that has not involved a conversion or a penalty kick try so far. Sean Russell. A little bit of ground. Home the hooker. Rolls forward. Powers through bodies. Anderson will try to work to the outside channel. Dubent snuffed out nicely by Bowling Green. Solid tackling, but the Hokies now gaining some ground. Unlike the opening possession that lasted a long time without gaining too much territory, this one looks more crisp.
Backwards.
As I say that, crunching tackle disrupts that one. Boffey does find it eventually, the loose change. And a chance for the Hokies again to regain possession for Corin. Now the penalty kick to give the 3 points for the Hokies so far today. Lockwood spinning through tacklers. A little bit of ground gain for him. Now trip inside the 22.
And there he is, Dave. Number 8, Philip Tracy for Bowling Green, showing some heroics on defense that time. Outstanding body position, nice and strong, nice and square, straight over the top of that ruck, got his hands in. If you go in with that kind of body position and you get yourself that firmly secured in that area of play, the referee has no choice but to award you a penalty. So really well done from Philip Tracy. I love what I'm seeing from him so far in this game.
That was huge withholding call there, so the free kick goes to Appel. He did have that 2-point conversion a moment ago. They'll boot that to touch. And a chance here for the lineup for BG and Ben Young.
Hey, Brown, take a step in. Yeah.
You're right, Tracy's been the hero so far. Line out. Dummy from Metzger. Gains a meter or two toward the 10. Eventually, the whistle. And again, the withholding call. The common call so far.
That is not where you want to find yourself, just having to tuck and run into the heart of a line out. So good pressure from Virginia Tech to just get in front of that pass and force the number 9 from Bowling Green, Patrick Metzger, to go underneath and back in towards the line out, because that's where you just get swallowed up, and it's tough to get yourself out of there if you're number 9.
You know, Mike, it's not easy in there in the engine room with the big dudes. That's tough. Ramsey.
No, let it come, let it come.
Reception
Let it
for
come, let
Bowling
it come,
Green.
let it come.
Thank you.
Take him back.
I'll give you a lot of credit,
Keep
Mike.
going, Brock,
It is
keep
a
going.
very physical, violent game out there. It's fun to watch for the broadcast crew. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's right. We're watching from the comfort of indoors. These guys are outside dialing it out. But man, it is fun, and I guarantee you, not a single one of them would trade places with us.
Strong. Brown.
No question. Beat you had a handle there initially, Mike. And the scrum is called to the Hokies
Yeah,
in our
it's
7-3 match.
There we go.
Penalty kick. Here's Corin. And then Tracy answers with his 4th try in the last 2 matches. Been
Yeah,
brilliant
I don't care when you put
for
it in.
Bowling
Just
Green. As
don't
Mike
let
has put out on
the
both
push.
sides.
you
Offense,
push
defense,
and
he's
then
been the
you
man.
it's like you push, you chase it. Okay?
Scrum
That's all.
called to
Catch!
Bowling Green.
Bind! That was a good tap.
Here's Fitzpatrick.
Set!
Metzger.
Yep, go for it. Ball's out there.
Ball's out. Capel.
Run away! Thank you.
Rung up. Really nice tackle. Another roll away. Coffee, really good form.
Knock on advantage.
This time Tracy did lose it. Ball spilled forward. Play continues. Dummy pass. Yeah, physical tackle near the halfway line. Taken back by Paxton. We'll have it here. Try to engineer some passes to the outside channels for Anderson.
Advantage over.
Here's McDermott. Advantage has ended.
Backwards.
With Corin. At the
Backwards.
penalty kick today. A couple of meters. Hokies trying to retain possession. Paxton in a hurry. Got just belted from behind by Apple. That was a thunderous hit. And they're going to feel that for a while. For Beal. Several players on the BG roster from Medina, Ohio, producing quite a few Falcons in our national semifinal today. Winner plays Kentucky next week in Houston. SaberCat Stadium for the national championship.
Sorry.
Kentucky was outstanding in their match we called earlier against UMass. Well, a second half after a pretty close one-score match at halftime.
It's going to be white ball.
Second half right by the University of Kentucky, but we've talked a little bit in this game about there hasn't been much kicking, but that kick from Bowling Green, outstanding space finder, just saw space in behind the Virginia Tech backfield, put it in the corner, dribbled it out of bounds. That's the type of territory kick that Bowling Green needs to continue to use to just apply pressure to this Virginia Tech team who doesn't seem to want to kick at all, so you just keep sending them backwards and force them to have to go the distance and use all that energy to get upfield.
Nice one tap off the line out, comes right to the scrum half and Paxton. And Tech will try to set up here to bring it out of their part of the pitch. Anderson, got it briefly. Big tackle, Holder, sophomore, Edwardsville, Illinois at 6 feet. A thumping hit in the open pitch. Corn drives ahead. Paxton, inside feed. Sponti. A little bit of ground. Bowling Green stands tough here. Falcon defense is well organized. Paxton and company trying to engineer some phases to release some pressure. There's the kick for Anderson. Haven't seen a lot of those. It's popped up. Doesn't gain a lot of meters though. Picked off directly by Blammer. Left wing for BG. Holder from the inside.
Sorry, you're good.
Sophomore pass to 10.
Who's the first man?
Tech takes it back. It's not easy to hang on. Walker with a nice tackle.
Nope.
Lapel involved defensively. Sticking his nose in there, not easy against Cliver. Much bigger man out on the pitch. Even the smaller backs have got to be courageous. Mike knows about that. Stick your nose in there and make a tackle.
Keep coming
Help
wide.
your side out. Near the touchline, mishandled. And a big break for Virginia Tech. Airborne and Brammer couldn't find the clean handle here in the cold day in Reading, Pennsylvania.
A mishandle there from Bowling Green, and earlier on they made a nice break. Again, it was their number 8, Philip Tracy, made a nice little pass to a short runner right off his shoulder, and what happened was they just made a little bit too much of a line break. They didn't get enough support there. He found himself isolated, and that's how you turn the ball over. You got to get support runners on scene. You got to win that ball back. They did a nice job to get go forward, but you got to get people there to help out and clean it up and keep the ball. Instead, Virginia Tech back on the offensive, and again, off a kick, Dave. So hopefully Virginia Tech seeing that there's opportunities to put that ball in behind Bowling Green and use their foot a bit more.
Knockdown ball, unfortunately for the Hokies, as Corin had it for a moment, then lost the ball. So he's going to go right back in a scrum to BG. Here's a look.
And here's that replay of Virginia Tech sequence. They just do a quick hit up. They shift the ball. They look to go out the back and get into that second layer. But the transfer to the outside just a little bit too labored. And that line speed from Bowling Green just a little bit too quick to shut it down. There was probably space out there. They had plenty of white jerseys on scene. They couldn't connect the pieces to get the ball out to that space out wide. And so Bowling Green gets the ball back in their hands.
Metzger starts play.
Keep going!
Appel, the junior. Another native of Ohio. Battle there for Ramsey. Nice handle. Was able to roll forward for a couple more meters.
Yep. He's offside.
That's we're trying to initiate play and offside play.
Joey, touch.
I'll tell you what, Dave, that's one of the few kicks we've seen. We keep talking about it, but that was a great heads-up play from the number 12, Joseph Appel for Bowling Green. I love this. You look like you're going to attack. You give him that run kick option. Here you go. You shift the ball, and then he decides. You see him look up, and he's like, I've got runners to my outside, or I can kick. He makes the right call that time. Because you look like you might run, Virginia Tech has to respect that. So they have to keep their defensive integrity. What that does is it forces the wing up, and you can find a mismatch in their back line where their fullback doesn't get across in time, and that's exactly what Bowling Green did. On the money with that kick was Appel, keeps his team moving on the front foot. Really, really well done for Bowling Green that time.
Coach!
And the scrum of the Falcons.
Fine!
That's a really big call.
Sit!
Far to Virginia Tech. Off the offside.
Thank you, thank you.
The kicking game can be so effective. You're right, well placed by Appel. It was excellent. Perfect spot. Hokies take it back.
It's on the shoulder, it's fine.
Trying to gain some ground themselves. Flip to the outside. Tech on the move, McDermott.
No, the ball!
Spun down.
He was fine, he was good. He was
He
good.
has the handle. Paxton trying to shove Falcon and Harris away from the ball. And Sponti regains and breaks a couple tackles, trucks up pitch. Ramsey, the 15, was there to act as the last line of defense. But withholding, unfortunately, there for Tech.
Injury, all right. Time's off.
Dave, both teams getting some great penalties on the defensive side of the ball, which means that on offense, one of the conversations both of these teams need to have, we're making some line breaks, but we're not getting support on scene fast enough. You have to get the support there. This was the first one in favor of Bowling Green, and then unfortunately just a mishandle that time in contact. And moments later, Virginia Tech coughed it right back up for the same reason. Look at that, only one white jersey there. There's one trailing, but that's not good enough. You got to get more people there. There's the second one coming, but it's a little bit too.
I don't want you to
whistle
do,
goes, the arm goes
what
up.
happens is you hit them and then you chase the push, so it's not fair.
No,
So
I can't. What's my weight?
So just literally half a second. So set, they wait, and then you can put it. Okay, just half a second. Yeah.
I got worse from the sound. Like, we have eyes like diving over the rush.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Leaving the feet in here.
I've got my AOs. We're looking for it.
Okay, yeah,
It's-
thank you very
we're
much.
definitely not
No,
looking
as long
for
as
it. Yeah, we're just we'll make sure that's
Yeah, as
happening.
long as you keep eyes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Figure that, echo it out.
Yeah.
Some resolution with
What
Appel.
was
Some left,
Junior.
some left.
At Scala, Ohio. We have a couple of
White, you
Falcons
guys
from
ready?
that same
Yeah.
town.
Yeah, no quick.
Okay, injury resolved, and the free kick. Out to touch. Chance here, BG. And 9 minutes or so to go in our first half. Only one try so far.
Bowling Green coming into this line out with 5 forwards. Again, that means they got some heavy runners in the midfield. Expect to use them. Maybe bring them in as a decoy, though. But you got to bring that throw in. Most important, first job first.
Tracy breaks some tackles. Tracy to Crabeel. They look back for Young. Able to bowl over a couple of more defenders before the whistle stops playing.
And another defensive turnover, Dave. Again, Bowling Green that time rumbling forward, some good offloads, some really nice handling from the Bowling Green forwards. That was 8-7, and another forward got his hands on it, but again, not quick enough. Virginia Tech got their hips around, really good body position. And when you get in those body positions, the referee is always going to give you that penalty. So really nice job by Virginia Tech. Both teams have to do a better job. They have to have those conversations at halftime. We've got to get support on scene faster to these breakdowns.
Line out Hokies and Herman.
It's fine. It's fine.
Big one here for Virginia Tech, trying to relieve some pressure from Harding. Hokies get the breakout. Cliver, some room. Conrad Cliver. The sprint up pitch. Difficult to take him down. Owen Slimmer tried, and he's injured. Behind the play for Bowling Green. Replay on. Cliver, full head of steam, put his foot on the gas, accelerated, and gained some valuable territory. Here's Sean Russell. Couple of meters. Paxton. Back for the hooker, Herman. A low forward, but it's organized now, trying to get inside the red zone. Quick inside flip.
No.
Boffy.
No, it's fine.
Tackled by his opposite 13 in Arnold. Wolfgang Wall. Glad of the scrum cap today. Tucking him in with Anderson. To the outside.
No, you're on the ball.
Paxton, inside flip Russell. Big man lumbers forward.
You good, brother? You good?
Bulldozing a couple tacklers, gained some more meters for Paxton. Reset from the scrum half.
Stay, Brown.
And Bowling Green stands tall, very stout defensively after the long sprint up pitch from Clive with the number 1.
No. No, stay. Touchdown, play on!
Popped up by Anderson. Beachy the grab. Number 8 at Harding.
Keep going, Brown.
The tackle Eichholtz. Drive forward for the 5 and Wall. Herman.
No.
Short range passes, his offloads aren't going very far. Working the outside channel, maybe that changes here with Anderson.
Sorry, brother.
Feed there. Ways into the match, first time. Inside pass for Espani.
You good, Brown?
And we're going for the Hokies, trying for their first try, first half. Bowling defense has been really good. That might change here with Cliver. He's been a force on this particular possession, which continues. Corin to the outside. Espani gains some ground. Now Tech a sense of urgency before round.
Whoa, sir!
Oh, how about bounce off his hands?
It's just a scrum.
After an outstanding effort, finally knock on, but Tech, kind of like that first possession, Mike, to open the match, held on to the ball for a long time.
Is you okay?
Dave, I was just thinking to myself, I can't even count. I mean, but if you're going to sit in their meeting room after this game and you go through some performance indicators for this one, you're going to find that they have just held on to the ball for, I can't even, it's got to be easily 20 phases at a time. And that is such a good indication of just a team that is working hard around the field, holding on to the ball. And how about this one? I mean, living the dream of loose head props everywhere. Thank you to our camera crew. Dave, the word you used was gas to describe Cliver just now. Anytime a loose head prop and the word gas are used in the same sentence, that is like a dream come true. Outstanding work by Cliver to get that going. That was amazing.
Number 1 that time. White. Yeah, that was my fault. We'll reset again.
Possession for Virginia Tech.
But Dave, just going back to your point about holding on to the ball, a lot of times one of the things we used to talk about in the rooms that we would have meetings, when we have meeting rooms, they would say, if you can hold the ball for more than 5 phases, good things happen. Virginia Tech has done that time and time again, but so far, no tries to show for it 30 minutes into this game. They've got to be putting some dents in this Bowling Green defense, though. They're asking a lot of questions. Bowling Green's been making a lot of tackles so far in this game.
Romsey comes loose. Right back to BG. They got to be pretty exhausted this point of the match. Tracy almost lost it and had a critical knock on deep in the own zone.
You're on!
Capel with the right foot. He's been very effective when he does kick it. Right back by Anderson, the number 10. Fly half for some room before he got just decked by his opposite in Capel. Wow. Thunderous hit. Sends him to the turf. Paxton. Inside feed for Herman. Short-range passing game. These offloads. Been emblematic of the Tech attack so far. Here's a sprint. Good opportunity. Lockwood has tacklers. Lockwood free. He's going to go. And on it down for 5. Gavin Lockwood got loose, and the big man made no mistake. Accelerates through around defenders for the first fiber of the match for the Hokies.
Dave, I've been keeping my eye on number 12 in the white jersey for Virginia Tech, Lockwood, because every time he touches the ball, you can just see he goes. His accelerator is really on point right now. And watch this. He touches it, he hits that gap, and he just goes. There's nobody getting him. Try to ankle swipe, no thanks. Bit as a step inside. Here comes the support break from the defense, just trying to scramble back to make a hit. But Lockwood was just on track, on point. He was going forward into that gap. He's been doing it all game. Get the ball in his hands more if you're Virginia Tech, because he's on fire right now.
Up on the corner line for the run. Look at that. They got the upright on the post, and the flag stayed out. Earlier, off the crossbar, 3 for 3. This one goes directly off of the upright in football and post in rugby, and denied for 2. So he draws not 1 but 2 posts on his first couple of kicks here.
Clock is accurate.
Come back to your point earlier, Dave, about how important that kicking game is, and that one there is going to be huge. If Virginia Tech hits that, they're up by 3. And right now, unfortunately, only up by 1.
You're ready, 12.
And if you're Bowling Green,
go, boys.
That's a big opportunity now. Obviously, you're not happy to be down by 1. It's been a great first half. But 1 kick puts you right back in the lead.
Kick off from the midfield line.
No, knock on. Yeah. Who's going to go
that
scrum?
touchline, and it was grabbed there by BG's quarterly.
Okay, we'll just go scrum. We'll go scrum. Let's go scrum there.
I was in 6 on the MAC, another Mid-American Conference Championship for BG. The Louisville and Cincinnati
Thank you.
Conference Tournament, which will dominate for years.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
43 straight appearances in the conference championship and 42 titles. I think that defines dominance, Mike.
That. I don't know if any. I can think of anyone else who can lay claim to something like that. Dave.
Use it, please.
Across all sports, pretty amazing. But hands full with Virginia Tech here. National semifinals won't be easy. These programs the last 10 years does have a national title. 2 for Tech. Get back
That's
to
good,
the championship game. We'll take on Kentucky next week.
Bring him down, it's fine. It's fine.
Wall battles forward.
Say, Brown.
Raised off the grass for a moment.
Time is accurate.
Oh, the fight, the struggle. Cliver. Kevin Paxton takes that back. Kicked ahead by Corin with the left. Leading us to halftime. 8-7 match, nothing determined yet. The first match we had with UMass and Kentucky was tied at the half. This one also won. Hokies lead BG of the Mid-American Conference 8-7. It's halftime for Reading, Pennsylvania. Much more on the way. We look forward to half number 2.
Yeah. There's the stuff. Yeah. Get Mike.
Rugby is all about feeling. The feeling when you crouch, when you bind, when you set. The feeling when you go into that first defender. The feeling when you make that first tackle. The feeling when you take that first hit. We are that feeling. Our contact. We are Rhino.
It's going to be the man who can celebrate now.
I have to say my favorite Thorne product is creatine,
White protein, vitamin D,
super EPA.
Fish oil pills.
I chose to take Thorne supplements over another brand because they're sports backed. We know it's tested and it's safe to use. There's a wide variety of benefits that range from sports performance to neurological benefits. I know it helps me increase my lifting capacity.
That they're third-party tested, that they're NSF certified.
And they also taste great, so that's why I choose Thorne.
Let's get ready. Major League Rugby is now.
This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give them what it came for. We gon' take it up from last year.
The Rugby Network is giving you all the free MLR content you want, live and on demand. Never miss a hit, never miss a try, never miss your team. MLR on TRN. Never miss a match.
When we pick up the ball, we also pick up a legacy. A legacy that stretches beyond your current team. A legacy built on the backs of those who came before you with hard work. And for those who will come after you, we promise it won't be easy. But we'll be there, supporting you on and off the field.
Welcome to Rugby Rundown on the Rugby Network. Join myself, Alex Corbacero, and Will Hooley as we bring you your weekly rugby fix.
With the big news, special guests, and unparalleled access, this is your rugby show.
From college rugby, Premiership Women's Rugby, MLR, and more, we've got you covered.
Watch exclusively on the Rugby Network.
Come along for the ride as we bring you the Rugby Rundown. Welcome to the Rugby Rundown on the Rugby Network, as we bring you your weekly rugby fix.
With the big news, special guests, and unparalleled access, this is your Rugby Show.
Welcome back, Reading, Pennsylvania. Dave, Mike, our entire crew, except for half number 2, national semifinal between Bowling Green of the MAC, Virginia Tech of the Mid-Atlantic Rugby Conference. Nothing determined, Michael, after one half of play here. What are your thoughts on the first 40?
Some exciting stuff there. We saw Virginia Tech really just holding on to the ball, going through so many phases. We'd like to see both teams get a bit better at their support runs, lots of defensive turnovers, but neither team really willing to give it in. Both being quite a shift. They know how much this game means in the semifinals. So lots of action to look forward to in the next 40 minutes.
Charge down, no offside! No offside!
Stadium next week for the national championship. Kentucky, the two-time defending champs. Before that, 2 years, it was won by the Hokies. And BG has the title as well, back in 2018. A pitch there for Paxton. An over-end kick. Does stay in play to the backs. Grabbed by BG, streaking up pitches. Brammer. That's a good speed and across the halfway line. Metzger with a good cycle. Holderer, the offload Metzger.
Backward.
Tracy, the vice captain, has been the big star. Does have the one try so far for Bowling Green. Coming off a hat trick in the quarterfinals. An impressive win over Clemson. Foot to it, BG. Appel has been really good in that department today. Grabbed by Corrent.
No penalty
kick. Lockwood had the try.
Put it down.
There's a failure to release there. Just outside the 5. And a free kick here for the Hokies.
Again, we've seen our referee, Chase Vermack, just give a lot of defensive penalties in favor of the defensive team going in for the steals, but that time calls not releasing against Bowling Green. And so much of the cues that the referees look for are the body language and body position of the defensive player. And that time, the defensive player of Bowling Green just looked a little bit unstable, hips a little bit turned sideways, and that's the only key that the referee needs to look at and say, nope, that's not good enough. We're not going to give that penalty in favor of the defense. And so that there is an example of what
tackle's made. Tackle's made, it's fine.
Mike Cliver had that briefly. Harris had him at 6. From Painesville, Ohio, the junior. Tried to wrestle down Cliver, no easy matter.
The first man over!
Trying to tackle a tank. Good luck.
But it's a good steal. Just enough there. Yep.
Tracy had a briefly.
No, not on you. It was on him. Okay, thank you. No, you were good, sir. You were good. Yeah, it was a steal, and then it was knocked on by Brown.
And you can hear our referee giving some feedback there, saying that was a steal. And again, a good demonstration of good body position, strong over the breakdown, nice and wide, head and shoulders in there on top of the ball. The referee would have given that ball, would have given that penalty, but unfortunately, Bowling Green couldn't bring it in. And so the ball goes to Virginia Tech, who right now is sitting with 2 players in a bit of an I formation in behind the scrum. So we'll see them sweep one way or another. Bowling Green just showing dominance there, Dave.
You got a hook.
Take it right back by the Falcons. Bracey up pitch. The tap and go. BG a chance here to create. To the outside it goes. Brammer is in. Gary Brammer on the outside channel got the pass. He is shaken up. Does have the try.
That's it.
As Bowling Green has its second of the match. In pursuit.
No, you're good. I'll let you know. Thank you.
Who's shaken up, and both players are moving slowly here after the Bowling Green try.
And from start to finish, Dave, that was just outstanding work from everyone in this Bowling Green team. It starts with the forwards up front. They win their team the penalty. There's the quick tap from Philip Tracy, getting them on the front foot, plowing through defenders, drawing in some white jerseys. And what this does, all they have to do is run straight and hold the defender in front of them. And that's exactly what their number 10, Jacob Capel, does as he finds his number 11 left wing, Gary Brammer, in the corner. So really nice job. 3 touches from 3 different backs running straight, fixing their defenders in front of them, holding that space on the outside, and that's how you execute. Really well done across the board from Bowling Green.
Big try coming up here, partner, from Appel, the junior. A sharp angle. And the number 12 will try to tack on 2. Make this a 14-8 match. You saw Boffey hit the pylon there. And he was slow to get up. Brammer being helped off by trainers. He's out of the match for now. And the kick is short flag, stay down, so no conversion for Joseph Appel. Got a 12-8 BG lead after trailing TAC 8-7 at halftime. Tracy and Brammer have tallied so far for Bowling Green. Penalty kick for Cole and Lockwood. Had a powerful try as he burst through tacklers and then by himself for TAC in the first half. Let's see what Bowling Green can do with this possession.
Run away! Leave it! Leave it! Leave it!
Back to the Hokies. Lockwood looks to the outside. TAC looking again. Beachy close. Beachy dives. Beachy's in. Lucas Beachy all the way. The sophomore from Potomac, Maryland is in for 5. He's pumped, and TAC is back on top.
And that's textbook stuff from Virginia Tech. And if you are number 14, Lucas Beachy, you better be going high-fiving your teammates, man, because they set you up in space. Great turnover here from Virginia Tech.
Let's go about 40 seconds for you.
And then they do exactly what you're supposed to do when you turn that ball over. You shift the ball to those outside channels, but good straight running right here to set this up. That's number 12 again. That's Lockwood. We talked about him on the other end of the field. He had that try earlier. That was just an outstanding individual effort. And that time, he really is the one that sets up Beachy on his outside. He ran straight, held the space, drew defenders, and then Beachy does what wings do best, just turn on the gas and finish the play.
All right, so McCollum not close there in that conversion try. 13-12 match.
Yep.
So we're going back and forth here, Mike. A couple tries within a minute or so of each other. The action picks up fast and furious in half number 2.
And so far, Dave, these are two very evenly matched teams. Their fitness levels are up, their physicality's up, their ball handling's been fairly good. And you know what? Across the board, this is exactly what semifinals rugby is all about. 2 evenly matched teams with a lot to play for. 1-point game, almost 50 minutes in. This is what it's all about, Dave. This is playoff rugby.
Advantage wide. Advantage Brown for the knock-on.
Is not close, and the kicking game could be a problem. That's 4 points off the board. Did have the opening penalty kick for 3. The 2 missed conversions keep this a 1-point match. Or a drop goal. Or
run away!
Penalty kick could take the lead for 3.
Advantage over for the knock-on.
BG's got it with Metzger.
Advantage over.
Passing there, Arnold almost lost it somehow. Pinned the ball on the side of his head.
Bring him down, bring him down. Run away!
Appeal at 6'5", the grad student from Genoa, Ohio. On the turf, sub Radke with a scrum cap. Radke almost loose. Near that touchline. Metzger lost it, and it's out the touch.
The knock on? Oh, no. Joe, scrum. There's a knock on. Is this a knock on? Sorry, there's a knock on. Knock on.
Nice individual effort that time. Radke on the outside. He's in for the injured number 11, Gary Brammer, who got hurt scoring that last try. And so he's just here in space, tucks the ball underneath his arm, takes on 2 Virginia Tech defenders, plows through both of them, and runs into a bit of a steel door with a single number 4 for Virginia Tech. That's a much bigger unit to run into, Responti. And he stops him in his tracks, tries to throw it back in play, but no go that time still. Bowling Green, good impact that time for number 23, Radke on that left wing.
PTSD. No, I was very much looking for that, yeah. Yeah, oh, he's a front row.
It was an intense physical match.
Yeah, I see him.
And of course, in rugby, you will have some
Just
injuries.
scrum. We got all our boys.
Nice score by Brown with not one but two players injured. Brown with a try score. UG player attempting to tackle him near the try line.
Bind!
Big scrum to Bowling Green.
Both down. Both down. Both down. We're going to scrum.
Let's do it again.
So I'm on this side. I'm going to switch sides. Scrum. Huh? You're on turf. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. I'm just waiting for it to steady.
Wait for it steady, then
I'll tap you. Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Second attempt at it. Metzger placing it in. Work to the outside. Capel gains a little bit of ground. Radkin in the match. Pass for Young. They work for Zapila. It's on the ground. Just spilled. No knock on. We continue to play. Holding it.
It's fine.
UG with it. Doorstep. Trying to power forward. Metzger, last couple of meters. Tracy on the inside. Get a little bit of ground. Quick foot pass to Ramshi.
Forward pass.
Inside the 5, but a forward pass is called. That changes everything. Bowling Green so close.
I got my AR on line.
Attacking on another try.
Forward pass, yeah. Thank you, boys.
Here's another look at that play on the forward pass. Just a very simple.
Good call. Thank you, Ollie.
Just 10 to 12 going forward. And sometimes you can see that time the number 10 for Bowling Green, that was Jacob Capel, just going across, running sideways. When you're running sideways and your oncoming midfielder is running full sprint straight ahead, that can be very difficult to time. You got to make sure as a number 10 you stay a little bit square, get upfield a little bit. What that does, it gives you a little bit more leeway in your pass. But that time it just sneaks forward. And so it's like you said, stops their attack in its tracks.
Big turnover. Taking right back though, Bowling Green. Slimmer was really close to grabbing that on a bounce and just marching in for a try.
On the pickup.
And there's a knock-on call.
Is it a knock-on? Is this a knock-on?
Back and forth on possession.
Scrum. What?
In a dangerous spot for Virginia Tech, literally with their backs against the wall.
It's a dangerous spot to throw a backhand offload as well from Virginia Tech. You're making that break. You decide to try to have a run. That's okay, right? You want to give yourself some confidence, have a run up that sideline, off this scrum, really test the Bowling Green defense if they're ready to defend it. But once this pass goes out the back door, not really necessary. That's where you got to be really careful throwing something like that so close to your try line. Virginia Tech a little lucky here to keep possession.
Paxton critical scrum, so close to their try zone. To relieve some pressure, will do so. Hop kick doesn't go very far, but Tech able to grab that. Little dummy kick there, I guess, from Capel, and down it goes.
Thank you, Brad.
Not sure what happened. Thought about kicking it down pitch, then changed his mind. And the scrum goes to Bowling Green.
The first kick that time for the number 10 for Virginia Tech, Cooper Anderson. He turned his hips infield, which I found a little bit strange when you're so close to that sideline.
Much better.
You want to put that ball out, relieve some pressure, get your hips across. It's a tough kick to make for a righty sometimes to get your hips around and hit that left-hand sideline. Instead, he opens up to the middle of the field. He kicks it right down the center. They were lucky to get that one back. Maybe he was trying to dink one over the top. But again, notice that his team's going forward, wants to put the ball upfield, but just something went wrong there. Missed timing maybe in his drop to when he wanted to strike it. But here we are with Bowling Green at the scrum put in.
Coming to the side. Coming to the side. Straight to the side.
Really call, turns to the side there. Violation on the scrum. And right back to Bowling Green. Appel, the junior, will punch that out to touch. Here comes a critical line out. Deep inside Hokie territory. As Bowling Green in our back and forth match tries to regain the lead. Joe Tracy's fourth try in the last 2 matches made it 5-3. Appel tacked on that conversion in the first half for 7-3. 8-7 second half though. As Lockwood scored, Horan had himself
Take a step, Wyatt. Take a step.
a penalty kick. And Brammer and Beachy
It's all backwards. All
in the
backwards.
second half. Trouble on the line out. Bowling Green does have possession. Metzger works for Young. The junior able to power forward for a couple of meters. Appel out of the outside. Pass Ramsey. Works there for Slimmer. Slimmer 3. Diving. Is he in? Yes, he is. Arm is up. Owen Slimmer. The dive for 5. And Bowling Green regains the lead in the national semifinal. What an effort for the senior from Medina, Ohio.
What a finish from Slimmer, but what an offload from Ramsey. He better be going giving a hug to Ramsey as fullback, because that backhand offload in contact was class. Take a look at this. Bowling Green, watch the energy come from this back line as they hit this line at pace. So good carry from the forward, good ball placement, and watch this. You'll see him come flying through your screen. There he goes. That's it. And then there's that backhand offload. Number 15, Joe Ramsey for Bowling Green. That try happens because of his injection of pace.
You got
Gets his
30
hand
seconds
free,
left.
throws the backhand offload, and then Slimmer finishes it off with an outstretched arm. Outstanding stuff from that back 3 combination of their fullback and right wing, Ramsey to Slimmer.
That was great work on the outside channel, no question. Appel, the junior here, trying to tack on a valuable 2 from deep. Oh, yet another doink off the upright. We've seen a few of those in the match here today. So it stays out, flags stay down. Well, it's 17-13 as we head toward 57 minutes in.
Dave, if you're going to miss, at least both teams are missing. We talked about kicks being crucial in this type of game. And we're seeing both teams having a little bit of trouble because we're scoring on those outside channels, and those are tough kicks for the conversion, for the kickers to make. But if you get the points you can, you're trying to get it centered as best as you can to make sure that you get a better shot for the conversion. But right now we're seeing inside channels, and that's just how it goes. But both teams are missing them, so at least we know that
You're pushing them in. You're fine.
our line's staying a little bit tighter because both teams
Keep
are not
coming,
having that
Brown. Keep
accuracy.
coming. You're good. You're good.
All right, we continue to go back and forth with lead changes in this exciting semifinal on a bounce. Upke took that and got decked. Sent out the touch.
White ball. White ball. Brad, watch.
Hokies will have it
Great
here.
kick and great place that time, Dave. That was a great kick into space.
Brad, just
Found
watch the front here.
a weak link in that back 3 rotation of Virginia Tech, and Bowling Green put that one on the money. And when that ball bounces on the turf in that
Made it up,
outside
yeah.
channel, if you're a wing, your job is just
Is he
hustle
on?
down there and try to make a play and make something happen. And the sub there, number 23, Isaac
Yeah, I know,
Radke, did
baby. There
exactly
we
that.
go.
Gets his hands on it. Couldn't quite stay in bounds. You've got
That's
to
good.
pivot away from that white line as soon as you get the
Watch,
ball in your
watch
hands.
the 5
Be
meter throw.
back in field and
Thank
then
you.
fight like crazy to keep your feet until your support arrives. But instead gets a little bit swallowed up in the outside and turn over to Virginia Tech. But nonetheless, good hustle from the reserve wing that time in the outside channel.
Bowling Green lost the player. Injury, Ralph Mertz is off the sub pack. And off the mark on the line out. Virginia Tech taken right back by BG in deep in the end of the Hokies. Young, the junior, trying to drive through tacklers and power himself ahead for another 5. This is Fall off the bench. Vincent Fall, 17.
Thank you.
Gets playing time for the sub pack. Driving toward another 5er. Here's the battle near the try line.
No.
Bowling Green, doorstep again.
It was
And
obstruction
in
right in
again.
front. You're crossing right in front of him.
Oh, first, no, obstruction call. And wipe that one
There's a man
out.
in front of you. It wasn't your fault. There's a man right in front of you presenting the tackle.
Looked like Young was in.
And our referee,
Instead,
Chase
right back
Vermack,
five.
though, Dave, was right on scene. Noticed straight away that there was an obstruction. When the ball carrier picked the ball up, had one of his teammates either in front of him or crossing right in front of him, what that does is it prevents the defense from making that hit. But Virginia Tech didn't have a fair opportunity to make the tackle to try to stop that play. That's the original try. That's the other one in the corner that time by the wing. But nonetheless, an obstruction call. But Bowling Green gets the ball right back in their hands.
How about that? Right back again. So back-to-back issues with the lineouts. It's errant, and it comes right to Ben Young, who thought he had a try a moment ago.
Thank you, White.
Wipes out the 5 points. Metzger works for Capel. It's Radke off the bench. Metzger again to the outside, trouble with the handle. Appel, but it goes backwards.
It's a tackle release. Thank you.
Metzger working for Fall. Vincent Fall is tackled. Here's Young. Quick offload. There for Eichholz, a 6'2" junior.
First man over.
Whistle stops play after
First man over.
And withholding the ball again is the call. So the Hokies get another break, and good work from them. Give them credit, Mike, defensively. Keep this a one-score match.
Yeah, they held their own that time as we get another look at
Here,
this penalty here, and our referee, we can look at.
You're all right, no worries.
His hand signals there. Yeah, so a penalty against Bowling Green. Trying to go through phases, but couldn't maintain that possession and continuity in that ruck. So the ball gets turned over to Virginia Tech. Not the greatest kick to touch, but nonetheless, you just got to bring this ball in. They've got to relieve some pressure now, Virginia Tech. They go with a short line out option. See, their number 9 was stepped in there.
You guys are stepping in and out. You guys are stepping in and out.
And there it is. That's a penalty. Can't do that. The referee right on the scene. Can't do that. Once you get your numbers set, that's it. Your numbers are set.
Critical mistake there for Tech. So right back to BG just outside the 22. And one opportunity in a one-score match.
Yep, 15, I'm sorry. Yep, you're right.
Nico, leave that pod inside.
No, right here. You can't call the scrum, no.
Enormous play. Toe tap. Young again. Good luck tackling Ben Young. Takes 3 Hokies to bring him down. He's still wrestling forward.
That's a maul! That's a maul now!
You hear the maul call.
You don't have to roll away. It was a maul. It's a scrum. It was a maul. You don't have to roll away.
And so you can hear our referee, Chase Vermack, giving some coaching tips to Virginia Tech. Because I was kind of curious myself, where are you all going? He called the ball, and everybody from Virginia Tech starts rolling away when the ball's on the ground. And as soon as that referee calls a ball, the ball's been held up. If it goes to Dick, you just swallow that ball up. You don't move. You lie on top of it. You just do not let that ball come out of that position, because then you'll get the ball back. So Virginia Tech that time getting away with it a little bit because they look like they're getting out of the way, but our referee gives them the benefit of the doubt, and they get the ball for the scrum.
Again, you're scrumming not straight. You're not scrumming straight there.
Scrum violation. Metzger had it. Looking to come free for Bowling Green.
Yep.
I would mention Evan Paxton and Virginia Tech. Their scrum half much. After their try from Slimmer, Bowling Green up in the match.
Run away, Brown!
The Hokies string together some passes here, some good offloads and work up pitch.
Dave, I'll tell you what, we talked about number 12, Gavin Lockwood for Virginia Tech, using his accelerator to go forward every time he touches the ball. But number 1, loosehead prop, Conrad Cliver, I mean, he just goes flamethrower forward when he gets the ball. He has been so rapid. The word gas comes to mind, like you said earlier. For loosehead props everywhere, he is just hitting the accelerator and going every time he touches the ball.
Not quick. No.
All my
You have an injury down.
Flamethrower forward. That's good.
You have an injury down. No quick.
Like rocket boosters.
13.
On
Just FYI, in the future, if they do want to go quick,
play with some down here.
I understand. Yep. 2 wide.
And the Rangers 16 minutes remaining in this match.
Go off.
Bowling Green back and forth.
It's going to be a line-out.
Tally.
Their line-out was off the hands of White.
About 8 minutes ago, the kick did fail. It was 17-13, so anything can happen.
No trainer.
There's another injured BG player. A lot of Falcons have gone down today.
He's coming off the field
At
anyway.
least the fourth by our count. We'll have to leave the
It's going to be
match.
on the lady right here. Right here. It's going to be ground ball. Yep. What you guys got? Time's not on yet, but...
James Truitt trots onto the pitch here, so he's going to make a sub.
And then one of the players just being carried off with some assistance, so
Jamal,
wishing him all the best.
You guys are there? Hold on, wait.
65 minutes into a semifinal of the playoffs. It's not the way you want to get off the field, but hopefully he's all right.
They're still coming off. They're slow. I know. They're slow.
Why are they taking the farther way over here?
Like, if you want to play, we can, but that's your problem.
Okay, making sure everyone's safely off the pitch before we resume action.
All right, here we go, boys. Come in a bit wide. Yeah, there we go.
Line out, Bowling Green. Up in a one-score game. Metzger. Offload feed. Albianca. Pass there for Wentz.
Please.
They will gain some ground. Metzger. That's Krabeel. Another junior from Medina, Ohio. Truitt just off the bench. Over the sub-pack whistle.
Accidental. It was a neck roll. Yep. It was a neck roll over the neck. Thank you, too. Hammer.
So an illegal clean out that time by Bowling Green. They had enough numbers, but our referee, Chase Vermack, not happy. You cannot go around the net when you're trying to remove a player off the ball in the ruck. And that time, our referee standing right there, saw some net contact and a penalty against Bowling Green. And Virginia Tech, for the second time, opting not to kick upfield off a penalty and quick tapping instead from their own end. There's 15 minutes on the clock. I'm not quite sure why they're not kicking a touch.
That's not done. So right back here, the scrum to Bowling Green. Good question.
Maybe their kicker's been injured and off the field, or perhaps they have a replacement hooker in that they or someone in their forward pack that they're not confident in their lineout at the moment. So they're just trying to get some go forward by maintaining possession, because that's been Virginia Tech's MO all game, is just keep the ball in hand, do not kick. They've done a lot of that.
Metzger, Appel, Rob Sheet, the sophomore. Slitter's got a big tally here in the second half.
Release, it's a tackle.
Try for Bowling Green. Make it 17. But anyone's match here. Field tilted in the direction of Bowling Green in this stage of the match. They were dominant for about 5 minutes plus.
Forward pass.
Here at half number 2, it's airborne, and a forward pass is called.
No, it was very forward.
Our referee assured the players it was definitely a forward pass.
It's your ball.
It's your ball. Pretty clear.
You're going to trust him? You guys are good there, Brown.
The referee's done a great job here.
Coach!
Chilly early evening in Pennsylvania. Temperatures dipping into the high 20s. Semi-final match. Winners of the national championship game to take on Kentucky. A two-time defending national champ for Sam Amari. Got by UMass with a great second half. 50-50 ball taken back by the Hokies. Lockwood was loose for a moment. Up pitch, he had a big sprint with some room before whistle stops play.
We'll come back to that scene here. Virginia Tech, I was just talking about they're not kicking so much, and here they go with the kick. And it was a nice one at that. It found the turf again, though, just at least found pressure, and then it gets to the turf. But that's what you want. When you kick the ball upfield, you want pressure on that just creates the ball on the ground, and this just creates a messy situation for the receiving team. So for Virginia Tech, hopefully you see from that situation, that's the game you want to play. Any other end, get into the Bowling Green end of the field, start to get some of that territory back, because they've been camped out here in their own end for a good period of time. We've got to get upfield.
Virginia Tech beat Boston College 44-39 national quarterfinals. UGs we talked about took care of Clemson. Their semifinal match. Tracy was incredible with a hat trick, 3 tries for the vice captain, number 8 for BG. Did have the lid lifter in this match here today. I hope he's not giving up. Beachy with some good room. Corin flips to the outside.
No, leave it!
I hope he's running across the midfield line.
On your feet.
Penalty attack. Quick toe tap. Scrum half and Paxton. Chow wrestles forward off the bench. Sub pack. Anderson. Good move inside. Great pass, Beachy. Beachy some room. Beachy the cut. At the last second, the rally from Romshi to get there, prevent the go-ahead try.
You're not supporting your body weight. You're not supporting your body weight.
And 2 players shaken up off the feet is the call.
You went straight off your feet.
Sliver was down for a moment.
Yeah, no, so you've already basically stole it. So that's why I had to pee. Okay, yeah, you already basically stole it.
I know Slimmer got some blood flowing from his nose.
Hold on.
That was a great call that time from referee Trace Vermack. Bowling Green was in a very good position to get that turnover, but just lost their footing. Ended up leaning on his shoulder, and so here they come, though, on the offensive.
Taken right back by Bertz and company. And the split now, here's the deep kick. Well placed. It does get a touch eventually. Try for a 50-22 kick.
This is a big turn of events, Dave. Not entirely sure what happened here, but take a look at this. Quick tap. Give it to his teammate.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Just mishandled the ball straight into Bowling Green. So good pressure that time from the Bowling Green defense. Stripped the ball straight away, and everyone stands around. Look at it. Everyone's not really sure what happened. Everybody was confused as I was. Bowling Green was not, though. They moved the ball to the outside, kick upfield, and right back into Virginia Tech's end of the field.
Big opportunity. Mishandle. That's spilled. Taken right back by BG and Radke. Finds it on a bounce. And Bowling Green in great shape here. And Bianca.
Advantage over for the knock!
Advantage ends.
Advantage over for the knock!
Good setup for Bowling Green. Looking strong with a Pell.
No!
We would love to tack one on here. Make this a 2-score match and look to salt away inside 10 minutes left. Romshi looking for the grubber. Up pitch. Instead run down by Beachy. Really good play offensively. Knock on his call against the Hokies. So again, Bowling Green with a great opportunity deep in Hokie territory to tack on one more.
Dave, this is a huge turn of events in 60 seconds just about. For Virginia Tech, you go from a penalty in your favor 5 meters out from the Bowling Green try line to moments later you are backed up inside your own 22, and that's how quickly things can change. The Bowling Green right now, you got your tails up by 4, but not a comfortable lead in the closing 8 minutes of this game. They're going to want to punch one more in to give themselves a bit of breathing room. So expect this Bowling Green team to put up a lot of fight right now and try to get some more points on the board to end this game a little bit more comfortably.
Go Romshi. Pass the handle here, Mike. What an opportunity. Bowling Green knocking on the door. Pass is picked. Taken back by Tech. Could it be a pick 5 all the way upfield for Anderson? Cooper Anderson. Here he goes to dot it down for 5. How about the Hokies? And Anderson's run up pitch. Virginia Tech takes the lead back on a huge defensive play. Almost coast to coast for Anderson. Wow. 18-17 Hokies.
What a read by Anderson, and Bowling Green here just trying to do a little bit too much. I talked about trying to pad that scoreline for a bit more comfort, but you're just trying to throw that ball to those outside channels. You throw those skip passes, it's dangerous. There's a lot of white jerseys out there, and number 10, Cooper Anderson, read that one like a book, stepped right into the passing channel and goes the distance, about 60 meters to the other end of the field. And you can see there a good chase put on by Bowling Green's number 12, Joseph Apel, who threw that pass, and you can see the disbelief, shock, disappointment, you name it. He's feeling an array of emotions right now as his team is down by 1 point in the final minutes of this game.
You already kicked it, so it's okay.
Conversion.
It was fine, it was fine.
Yeah, thank you, though. To 2017, so as it stands, now they will try to win it, but now penalty kick, drop goal, possibly with 3 could take it.
I got 7.5.
Just over 6
it's
to go.
Spot on.
80-minute match here from Reading, Pennsylvania. Wow, what a play from Anderson. And he was gassed, exhausted by the time he slid into the try zone and dotted it down for the nickel. Hokies out right back.
No.
Now can they salt it away? We've seen possession time. Almost a drop there. Close for Paxton. A knock-on call. Ramsey airborne. Fabio has it. And BG suddenly off the back foot. Match changes dramatically. Fabio looks like he's shaking up.
Run away!
Into the long and emotional physical semifinal. Winner plays Kentucky next week in Houston for the national championship. Radke. Up down by Krabeel. Taking right back though. Hokies have it.
New advantage. High tackle, yes. You felt the advantage.
Virginia Tech has the advantage. And they've got the ball. There's the whistle.
High tackle.
And here comes the call.
No, you're fine, dude. You're fine.
Virginia Tech not Dave, but here's where they absolutely should kick the touch.
You're good.
Just take some time off the clock, but they're not going to do it. There must be something going on here with the Virginia Tech lineout, because at this point in the game, you're in your own half and you're quick tapping like that. At least put the ball out. It takes a few moments off the clock, gives you a bit of time to slowly walk up, get the other end of the field. But Virginia Tech, again, opting to not go for the lineout that time, doing the quick tap instead.
I agree. The one thing you don't want to do is give BG a chance, especially inside the 10 now. A dangerous pass. The ball being almost intercepted.
That's a maul!
They're just going to hear for the moment. And they pick 5 all the way up pitch to give the Hokies the lead.
Ball's available there. Ball's available there.
Hang on inside 4
to
go.
To tackle! To tackle, release!
Take more than a minute. By the time you get yourself set, call your line out, set piece, and then actually put it in play. It's a good way to get some clock, but the Hokies opt to go a different route. Let's see how this works out. Jamie Hogg gaining some territory. Horan will flip to the outside. Chance for a breakup pitch. And Bowling Green calls a turnover near the halfway line. And Paxton. Feed Responti. A little bit of ground.
He played the 9. He played the 9.
Played the 9. Stops play.
He played the 9. You're good, Brown.
Long tackle the call. Goes against Bowling Green. Again the quick toe tap and re-trigger. Looking for Wolfgang Wall. At this point, they just want to hang on to the rock, salt this one away. Heading down to a 2.5 to go in our second half. Anderson is the hero. Wrestled down hard by Eichholz. Beachy. Evan Paxton lost it though.
Penalty, playing the ball on the ground. Don't yell at me, mate. Don't yell. It's a penalty. playing the ball on the ground.
Okies penalty, we heard that, playing the ball on the ground, so a quick kick to touch here for Appel. Gonna work that down, pitch for a lineout. There is time for one more attack here for Bowling Green to try to win.
1-3, getting subbed.
And Virginia Tech did not need to do that. You don't want to be picking and going by yourself. You isolate yourself from support, and it's exactly what happened. There's no need to rush it. You're not trying to really just get a big score. You're just like you said, you're trying to just eat away that clock, maintain possession, and they just made that mistake of picking up and going and isolating themselves, and they turn it over and they give Bowling Green what will be probably one final shot in the closing minute and a half of this game.
You're good, you're good.
Still time, a chance for the go-ahead try over all those kicks now. It's just a one-try match. Can they hang on possession and drive forward in time?
Yeah, touch the tackle, release.
90 seconds and counting.
Virginia Tech has to keep their discipline here, Dave. If this was a kicking distance, this is a kickable win here
Do you have a number?
for Bowling Green if they get a penalty, and there's the timeout for the referee.
Oh boy.
That's like coming. We're coming
Here's the
back
whistle.
here. Thank you. Offsides.
1 minute offside was the call. Do they want the tee here at this point to try to win it? It's a pretty deep kick, but the angle's what you want. They opt to kick it instead. Out to touch.
Come on. Yeah, use it.
Into the corner. Flag is up, line out, comes up.
And you can see their kicker there, Joseph Apel, looking up at the post. You mentioned it's a bit of a long kick. Both teams have struggled with their kicking exchange throughout the game. Neither one has been really consistent at goal kicks. But if you have a good goal kicker, that was your dream. That was it. That's where you want to be. A penalty right in front, just beyond 20 meters. But unfortunately, Bowling Green wasn't confident in that kick, so they go to the sideline, and this is going to be it for them. This is their last series.
One more chance for BG on the ground briefly. Taken back by Bowling Green. LaBianca spinning forward past the 80-minute mark. This is it. Can Bowling Green win it on the last possession? Rabiel gains some ground, driving forward. Mertz right behind him.
There's nothing to side.
There's the whistle.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Couldn't stay organized on the last attack. And Virginia Tech stands tall defensively, gets the penalty, and it looks like they'll get the win.
Guess who I think that was, Dave? Our loose head prop number 1, Conrad Oliver. We talked about just him running on railroad tracks like a freight engine on offense, but that time comes up big on defense. And oh my God.
Wait a minute, not over yet, Mike. Off the feet call, and hang on here. What an opportunity. Appel in front, takes a look at those uprights, the posts. Into extra time, and a huge penalty call against Virginia Tech when it looked like they're about to salt this game away.
And Dave, again, they had the penalty, and instead of kicking to touch, they quick tapped it.
So kick off after.
They didn't even need to run forward. They just needed to quick tap, hold the ball. They need to let Bowling Green come to you. There was no rush in this, but oh man, here we go. This is it.
Here's Appel for the win. He's kicking it. He has got it. Flags are up. And how about Bowling Green? With the late three-point penalty kick.
No, time's off. We're waiting for the ball.
The match is not officially over yet. But the kick has got to go right back to BG, now leading 28-10. An incredible late match penalty by Tech. Deep in its own end. Amazing.
This is the final play, boys. Final play.
You heard it. Final play. Pop kick.
Backwards.
The answer is no. Ralph Mertz has been a real star for Bowling Green out of the sub-pack. Came free with the ball for a moment. Kicking it out to touch. And that will do it. Seals the deal for Bowling Green. The Falcons are going to the national championship game to take on Kentucky next week in Houston. A late penalty kick. 3 on the board for Bowling Green. They win it 2018. BG headed to H-Town. They take the national semifinal by 2.
Wow. Dave, what a game. I don't even know what to say, but both teams just threw everything at it. And it came down to the wire. And you mentioned, Dave, one of the things you said early on was this game is going to come down to kicking.
You don't want to do it that way.
The game is won
But I'm like,
on a kick from straight in front of the posts. What a moment for Bowling Green, but what an effort from both teams today in this semifinal.
Just ask yourself, did I affect the game? Right.
Fun to watch. The National Collegiate Rugby Championship match is now
Turn
set
the
in Houston
broadcast
next week.
mic on.
The D1 AA Championship
Can you help me out with that?
will be Kentucky against Bowling Green. Kentucky's won the last 2. Bowling Green looking for a second title in school history. Thanks so much for watching. For Mike Petras, Dave Ryan saying so long from Reading, Pennsylvania. Congratulations to the Bowling Green Falcons.
Welcome to the Rugby Rundown on the Rugby Network. As we bring you your weekly rugby fix.
With the big news, special guests, and unparalleled access, this is your rugby show. Watch exclusively on the Rugby Network.
So much fun watching that. So I did a couple of times like. Oh, what? Yeah. Just a referee shit, but this is your win. Sure.
You're taking me out, so I remember that, brother.
Still time. Yes.
Rugby is all about feeling. The feeling when you crouch, when you bind, when you set. The feeling when you go into that first defender.